Hello, friends. Namaskar. Adab. Aske Sunday. A little windy, breezy, as you can see. It's moving very fast. So, and anyways, but it's nice, beautiful, dry. Maybe 35-40% humidity. Very comfortable. About 20 degrees, 18, 20 degrees, but it felt like 14 because of the wind chill. But it's beautiful. So anyways, here in our neck of the woods, things are growing very fast. I mean, the trees, plants, anything you name it, because they're coming out of dormancy, and weather is becoming very favorable for growth. It's nice to see around all the greenery popping up. It wasn't there, a month ago. Everything was quite dull, brown. So today, since everything is growing, grass, weeds, you name it, dandelion popping up, they're already up, But dandelion gets in a bad rap because then a nuisance once it spreads like a wildfire. But anyways, so I'm going to talk about something to do with weed control. We really custom, buying from the, garden store, ready-made the weed control. And since I lived in the States for 13 years, and I worked for lawn care company, major. First it was Chemlon, then it was took over by True Green. They were industry giant, taking care lawns and trees and shrubs. So I worked there and learned a lot in terms of chemicals, spray, herbicides specifically. So, with the cancer and everything else happening, so we tend to stay away from that, and we take in a natural approach. So this is one of those weed controls I'm going to show today. Some people know it, but this is basically what do you call, cost you just about nothing. You have it at home, in your kitchen, but they're very safe. You don't need to wear gloves when you apply it. But just to give you this recent class action lawsuit here in, I think in Canada, about this company, giant Roundup, by Monsanto, I believe. What happened is this Roundup, very popular in the States here, weed control, ready-made. That means they're diluted, but to the point that they're very effective controlling weeds. They're non-selective, meaning if you spray weed, and if they happen to be growing in your desirable grass, it's going to kill your grass too. And also, again, I wanted to just give an idea, those who are into gardening or any other things, sea patio, weeds, other stuff. Weeds. Living, green, unwanted plants that you don't want it. This Roundup weed control that you buy from that Home Depot or any garden shop, if you look at active ingredient, it's you want it to stay away if it says glyphosate. This active ingredient is at least proven now after years of claims and litigations and fighting back and forth between defendant and prosecutors, just homeowners who used it, or employees, they have now this major cancer, it cause cancer. Many of those who use consistently in a commercial setting or even a home or anywhere, they're using quite a bit. But it's not for us. That doesn't apply because we don't use that often and not that concentration or all of that. So there's a lot of warnings. We should read it for precaution, what to wear, like gloves, mask, or anything. But we're staying away from what they call those kind of chemicals. So just to give an idea, when things are in our disposable, these salt, that the recipe I'm going to give, and vinegar, this is vinegar, and dishwashing detergent. So this is the very good, super active. So you could use a spray, make it in a spray bottle, but you have to be very careful how you dissolve it. It has to be totally dissolved. I usually take this little container. You don't have to buy. You can always get it. Maybe margarine, other stuff. By the way, margarine is not too healthy, but anyway, not for me. Given I survived one, rare cancer, learn a lot. So every little, minuscule way, if I can, stay away, then maybe, it's a benefit to me. But at any rate, so what happens is that, just giving an example, I put it about, this is a cup, okay, about 250 milliliters. So you can put 1/3. It doesn't have to be accurate measurement, so that's very easy. You can even put half, as long as you can dissolve it. So you have to use this vinegar. They're very cheap, so you can fill the whole cup. And the reason I use this detergent is that you don't need too much. You need about few drops, maybe 3-4 drops, and kind of stir it enough to kind of dissolve the salt. So that's important. But if you wanted to use a bottle, that has to be, because I never used it, but I heard people use it. So you do that. Sometimes if you're not dissolving right, then that clogs at the nozzle. Anyways, so this is just, I bought salt from Business Costco, the whole bag, cheap, for garden purposes. People can eat, I believe. Yeah, that's edible too. It's quality. So it's very cheap. So when I buy the whole bag, I don't know how many pounds there, but maybe 10 pounds or whatever, for a few dollars. So anyway, I'm just giving an idea how cheap. It just doesn't cost anything. You can do anything, whatever you need. Maybe you don't need to make, save it. Just make whatever you need it. But one cautious that's advice that weather like this, windy, you don't spray, your weeds. If your weeds are on like a patio, like middle somewhere, it's not going to drift with this, this kind of wind, then you have to be mindful of that when you're spraying it. And like I said, they're non-selective. When you make this one, anything you put it, any green surface and a leafy stuff is going to kill it, and does very good job. So stay away from chemical weed control, but only time you can use it safely if you know all the safety measures before, on your lawn. Because I know I've been doing for so long, and I know what chemicals, and not in the States you have a lot of freedom there. Homeowner can buy a lot of weed, selective weed controls, concentration, or ready-made in the States. But you have to follow some, guidelines. Make sure you don't get it in your eyes or anything. If you do, just wash it off immediately. Wear gloves. These spray usually, you know, uh, anytime you can do it, but don't do it when the weather is saying it's going to rain because it's going to wash off. So it needs to sit on the leaf surface or weeds, whatever you have it undesirable that you want it to kill. It needs to sit there to the point it needs to dry out. Then it's going to be effective. So salts, the salt, its property is that the salt, if it lands on any, let's say, plant or anything accidentally in your vegetable, it pulls the water out from the surface, not from the surface, it gets into that plant leaves or other parts, tender. It just takes the fluids out and it desiccates and eventually it dies. So that's the mechanism, mode of action. So you have to be very careful. So what I do is, for me, I take this one, I mix it up. I don't have to be like a super, accurate. I just put maybe half a cup, or I wanted to make it strong. Even if it's a little bit of salt, sticking around, doesn't matter. So I take it like this, and put it just whatever. Like say, here you have patio weeds. You just touch it, soak it. They're cheap. You don't have to worry about, making it again. And I don't know if I explained it. The detergent, few drops. So what it does is that you don't have to do it, but I do it. It's like at least it makes it more 100% potent. Why? Because a lot of leaves, if they're hard, the leaf surface sometimes they could be waxy surface. You don't see it, but if you do that detergent, it cuts the surface tension, and it gets readily absorbs through the roots and those tender branches. So it's an excellent solution. You can make it any time. So stay away from what they call chemicals, and especially Roundup that has this chemical compound called glyphosate. It's known, proven cause cancer. So it's diluted. Yeah, it's very diluted. It's not concentration form. And again, that's the important thing. It's the accumulative effect. Little bit, tiny, little bit every time, getting in your skin or face and everything else. That matters. So just try it. 2 main ingredients: vinegar, salt, and a little bit of detergent. Okay, make whatever you need it, and use it and do it again. And they're safe. You don't need to wear gloves. Beautiful. So I said because this is the season, at least this part of the world, everything is growing. Weeds are growing. So it's beautiful. Today we just did finish filling this potting. These are all potting soil, ready to go. It's a beautiful day. I'm just enjoying and just breathing this fresh air. This is our first cut mowed. I mean lawn, first of the season. So it's kind of very nice. Oh boy, I just planted those pansies a couple of hours ago. They're looking good, beautiful, wonderful, nice. Oh, so nice, fresh smell. Fresh cut up grass, nice. So it's growing crazy. So it's a little challenging getting out of dormancy. So anyways, I think we did quite well today in terms of preparing soil, then planting. So it was a productive day because we we enjoyed outside. And this is a quick give you is a handy aeration that I bought it. What it does also, this is a two-piece stuck together. You can that's like a you're wearing shoe. You put one right foot at the other on left, and then you step on your grass. If your soil is a little tight, you can aerate or detach. This is you put your leg here. Let's see if you can see it. Then push it. So this is a little time consuming. You have to have lots of patience to you know do all that aeration with this kind of device. Usually there would be a machine heavy. I used it when I worked for that lawn care company. So anyways, this is all good. So enjoy. So next time maybe I'll talk about a little bit of safety sides of it when you mix your chemicals, and timing when you're using some natural weed control, or not weed control, insect or fungus. Timing is very important, and how you make it, all kinds of stuff. Maybe someday I'll tell you about this dormant oil that I spray every year on fruit trees. But anyways, all the best. Take care. Happy gardening, and enjoy life. Take care. Bye.